So guys, welcome back to another episode of Juice Made TV. In today's video, we're going to be speaking about Emoni Bates. We're going to be honest about Emoni Bates, and we're going to be looking back to decide what the heck is going on with this man Emoni Bates, and did he make a mistake by actually reclassifying to graduate in that 21 class so that he can join Memphis and Penny Hardaway and just pretty much start his college basketball career early. Now, let's just take things a bit back to really understand exactly the situation that Emoni Bates is in. Now, as you guys know, this man Emoni Bates was practically the next superstar, a player that was getting compared to LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Andrew Wiggins, Kevin Durant, pretty much to be the next superstar player to come out of high school. I mean, there was a lot of chatter that he was the best since LeBron James. People were saying he's the best scorer in high school, period. Emoni Bates was also the youngest high school athlete to actually win the Gatorade National Player of the Year award. And there's just so many accolades that he's pretty much gotten since he started playing high school basketball. Now, like I said, Emoni Bates did reclassify to that 21 class to start his pretty much professional career, and he decided to join Penny Hardaway and the Memphis Tigers to start his college basketball career early. Now, once Emoni Bates pretty much made that decision, there was a lot of chatter across the country about if Emoni Bates made the right decision. Some were saying that he did make the right decision. There was just so many mixed opinions about Emoni Bates' decision. Now, let's just take a step back and really just evaluate just how good Emoni Bates has been since he's been at Memphis. Now, currently, Emoni Bates is averaging 10.5 points, 3 rebounds, 1.5 assists on close to 40% from the field. Now, from the outside looking in, you would probably think, that's pretty average, but for me personally, I judge players based upon how good they are to the media, how the media perceptionize these players, the potential that they have, and just the chatter. If you're a player that people are comparing to LeBron, saying that you can automatically play in the NBA and you're only 16, 17, to me, that puts a higher standard on you. So like I said, let's just take a step back and just come back to the main point at hand. Was Emoni Bates' decision to join Memphis early, was that the right decision overall? Now, personally, I just never saw the point of Emoni Bates actually graduating high school early to play college basketball solely on the fact that he's not going to be eligible to join that 2022 NBA draft just because he's too young, meaning that he's going to have to play college basketball for 2 years and pretty much showcase his skill for the time that he is a college athlete. To me, there's just absolutely no benefit of taking that route. Now, an alternate route that I actually feel like probably would have been better is if he did just go towards the NBA G League route, where it's a lot more low-key, you're more centralized to play. It's more of an actual NBA feel. You're going to learn the NBA terminology. You're treated like a professional athlete. You're pretty much starting your NBA career early, and you're surrounded by better players in a sense. And then also the fact that the G League just has less spotlight, so there's a lot more room to make those mistakes as a player. I mean, if you look at a player like Scoot Henderson, who did decide to go towards that G League route, who pretty much graduated high school early, with the way that he's been playing coming off the bench, there's even chatter that he's going to be a top 5 pick in that 2023 NBA draft. But currently, I don't actually hear much about people saying that about Emoni Bates right now. I mean, if you just look at the numbers, he's averaging close to 3 turnovers a game, and he's barely averaging 1 assist a game. Guys, that is just not going to cut it for a top 5 player in the country. And he's also averaging the most turnovers on that team, and he's not even the most ball dominant player. He's also playing the second most minutes on that team, and he has one of the worst defensive plus minuses and offensive plus minuses in the entire country. And guys, I'm not a huge stat guy, but sometimes you have to take a look at those numbers because it can really tell how good or bad a player really is. And if you just look at the eye test, with the way that Emoni Bates is actually handling the physicality of the college game, it looks like he's really struggling from a physical standpoint. I mean, coming even into college, I never really saw Emoni Bates as a physical dominant player. His game is more predicated on shooting the ball. I mean, if you look at the numbers, more than half of his attempts actually come from the 3-point line. So that should definitely tell you how his game is actually predicated. Now, like I said, I've always thought Emoni Bates was the best player in high school whenever he was in high school. I mean, the kid is 6'9". He has handle abilities just like Kevin Durant, But the main thing, the problem that I've always said about Emoni Bates is that he has to improve his finishing ability around the rim, and he has to get a lot stronger. He only weighs 190 pounds, and solely on the fact that his game is not predicated on attacking the basket and it is on shooting, and the way his play style is, and just him being young, I just kind of expected that he would struggle in college solely on the fact that the college game is just a lot different. It's a lot more physical. Those kids are practically men, and it's a whole nother different level than high school. Guys, it's not the same. As much as you may think, all these guys in high school can play in college, it's not the same. Guys, there's a reason why a lot of athletes don't just reclassify up. A lot of them actually reclassify down just so they can have more time to pretty much showcase their skill in front of a lot of scouts, show their dominant ability. Rarely any of them actually reclassify up. So once Emoni Bates did that, I kind of was just very interested just to see how it would go. Like I said, Emoni Bates was a player that everybody was saying was going to be that consensus next Kevin Durant, next superstar in the NBA. But if you look at all the headlines now, it's kind of the complete opposite, and it's honestly kind of unfortunate. Just look at December 14th against Alabama. Like I said, Emoni Bates usually plays the second most minutes on that team, but if you notice, he went 1 for 6 in that game. He only played 15 minutes. It wasn't because of injury. It was solely on the fact that he wasn't producing for Alabama, and they were actually playing better without him. Guys, moral of the question of this video: was Emoni Bates' decision to reclassify early and start his college career early, was that a mistake? Personally, I think it was definitely a mistake. Like I said, I never really saw the point of him having to prove and showcase his skill that he can play on that level for 2 years in a row. And to me, there's absolutely no benefit. You're not getting paid by these colleges. You have to showcase your skill twice. There's so many just different factors that can go into that, and the only smart route that you can go to if you're gonna graduate high school early is pretty much to go to the G League, where you're actually getting paid. You're surrounded by NBA players. You're surrounded by NBA coaches. All that super different types of lives. On the fact that you're getting paid, guys, there's no loss in that route. That's why I respect guys like Jalen Green and Isaiah Todd and all these other guys that went to that route, just because they're getting that development and they're also getting paid. Guys, at the end of the day, the whole point is to get to the NBA. I believe Emoni Bates' team probably thought that this was the best decision that he probably could have went to, but in a sense, sometimes you have to think smarter and not work harder. And I just think if it would have been smarter if he just stayed in high school, showed that he's the most dominant player in the high school. You probably would have got signed by a major sports company like how Mikey Williams did. He stayed in high school. Now look at him. I think Emoni Bates is a player that definitely could have did that. He draws crowds, and especially in away games, and they're always going crazy for a player like Emoni Bates. And like I said, the perception of Emoni Bates would have still been the best scorer in high school, the player that is getting compared to be that next superstar, and then there would still be conversation of him being a top 2, top 3 pick in that draft. But like I said, right now, I'm not sure that there's a lot of NBA teams that would actually draft him top 1, top 2, top 3. And you have to think about it. That's a lot of money that he's actually losing as well. So personally, I don't know, guys. I feel like Emoni Bates definitely made the wrong decision here. Like I said, I didn't see the benefit, but I don't know. I may be wrong. I'm not in his camp. I'm not in his team. At the end of the day, Emoni Bates can make his own decisions. His team, I'm sure, they want the best. They have the best interest in Emoni Bates, so I'm sure that they're in his ear, trying to make the best decision for a player like Emoni Bates. Like I said, when you have a lot of chatter in your ears saying that you're the next big thing, you're the best scorer in high school, this and that, a lot of it can get to you and think that you are ready to play in college. But like I said, a lot of people don't realize the physicality in the college sport, and it's just a lot different than high school. And I just feel like Emoni Bates was just not ready physically, for that college route. But like I said, that's just my personal opinion. Like I said, Emoni Bates to me is still the GOAT. This man has a lot of potential. He has a lot of room to grow. I still think that he's one of the best scorers in the country. The kid is only 17. Yes, I didn't say a man. The kid is only 17. He has a lot of room to grow. I'm sure he has the best interest in his decision. I wonder if he does regret, graduating early and starting his college career early, but I don't know. At the end of the day, I still think Emoni Bates is still going to be the GOAT in the NBA. Like I said, he has a lot of potential, the scoring ability, the leadership, the passion for the game. There's a lot of things that this man Emoni Bates has, that a lot of qualities that this man has that a lot of these other high school athletes just don't have. But like I said, that's just my personal opinion. Guys, what do you guys think about Emoni Bates? Do you think he made the right decision to go to start college early? Do you think he made the wrong decision? How good of a player do you think Emoni Bates is? Do you think he messed up his draft? Guys, anything Emoni Bates related, just comment down below and let's get a great basketball conversation started. If you made it to the end, thank you for made it to the end. Please smash that like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Instagram at JuiceMade, with the extra S at the end. And yeah, with all that being said, guys, thank you for watching. It's been another episode of Juice Made TV. Peace.